ICD-10 JJ-10A, page 355, exercise 1. This is a level 2 exercise, and it reads like this.
Therapeutic abortion, complete with embolism.
Right, that's a therapeutic abortion, complete with embolism. Okay, so we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the ICD-10 code for this diagnosis, right? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 2 codes. The first code is 004.7, and the second code is Z3A.00. Okay, you got that? If you got it, congratulations. Just go to the next video. If you didn't get it, let's give you a couple of tips. First tip.
Level 2 difficulty, there are 2 codes.
Because there are 2 codes, we classify this as a level 2 difficulty because it's not just one code, right? You have to remember that there are 2 codes. Okay, number 2.
Start with abortion induced for the first code because it was done as therapeutic.
Right, the induced means that it was produced medically by advice of the doctor, which means therapy, right? It was not an accident. That's how it could be like an automobile accident, and that's why you had the abortion. No, this was induced. It means it was produced on purpose, maybe to save the life of the mother, or we don't know, but it was a therapy, right? So that's why you have to start with abortion and induced, right? Okay, now the tip number 3.
The second code is for weeks of gestation,
Right.
unspecified.
Right.
Any code within 000 through 09A has to have a second code for weeks of gestation. See note under Z3A, weeks of gestation.
Right. This code follows under this range, so you have to remember anything that follows under this range has to have a second code by law. Okay, those are the rules. All right, so you know the answer already. The answer is 004.7 and Z3A.00. Those are the 2 codes. But now we want you to find the path, how you get to those 2 codes, okay? So we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and then give us the path of how to get to the answer, okay? So 1, 2, 3. All right, let's have the whole summary of the problem. The problem is this is a therapeutic abortion, and it's complete and with embolism. There are 2 codes. The code 1 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to abortion complete.
You start with abortion, and in parentheses there's complete. You take that too because it's in the text of the diagnosis. And then you go where?
Induced.
Induced, because we told you it's therapy, it's therapeutic. So it was induced. And then
Complicated by.
Complicated by. That's something that it's not in the text, but you have to know that it was complicated by what?
Embolism.
Embolism, which it is in the text. So what do we have as a code for that?
004.7.
004.7. That's the code that the index gives us. Now we're going to check this code in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Go to a tabular.
Then you go to 004.
You start with 004, which is what?
Complications, termination of pregnancy.
Complications, termination of pregnancy, right? Now you add that one more digit.
004.7, embolism.
What's that? Embolism, which is exactly what we need, right, for our definition. So that's why there's an equal sign at the end, right?
Yes.
And that means that that's our code. But you have to remember that this code follows or falls within the range that we need a second code. We have studied that before. So we need a second code, right? So the code number 2 is found like this.
First you go to index.
Oh, the index, the way to find in the index. You go to the index and then you go to
pregnancy
and
weeks of gestation.
Weeks of gestation.
Not specified.
Because they don't tell us how many weeks of gestation the patient had, right? So we choose not specified. And the code is?
Z3A.00.
Now you check this code in the tabular, and so the code number 2 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Tabular.
Then you go to Z3A, the weeks of gestation.
And we read the note that says,
any code within 000 through 09A has to have an additional code for weeks of gestation.
Right? And so we go to one more digit, which would be 0, right?
Yes.
And what is that?
Which would be unspecified.
Unspecified, and one more 0.
Z3A.00, not specified.
Not specified because we don't have the number of weeks, right? So that's how we check our second code. So the answer again is 004.7 and C3A, C3A.00. Thank you. We have to invite our viewers to visit our website, which is jjcoding.com. Please visit. Thank you.